Each week, American Artifacts visits museums and historic places. Next, a visit to the U.S. Army's archives in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, to learn about their Soldier Experience Gallery, which traces Army history from the 1898 Spanish-American War to the present.
Well, welcome to the U.S. Army Heritage and Education Center in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. My name's Carl Warner, and I'm going to show you around today. This is the part of the facility, more like a museum rather than an artifact archives or storage facility. And it's our way to show the American public the sort of materials we have here so that you can understand Army history, whether you're a soldier and a veteran or someone who has never had family or been in the Army themselves. Between the Spanish-American War and World War I, we did send a contingent of soldiers with various other nations to the China Relief Expedition, more popularly known as the Boxer Rebellion, and really became the first real international operation marked by American cooperation with other countries. One interesting piece that we have in our collections here at the Army Heritage and Education Center, and is accessible via several of the QR codes that we have in the exhibit, in this case is Calvin Titus. Calvin Titus won a Medal of Honor for daring and gallant conduct. He was one of the first soldiers to actually scale the walls of Peking during the Boxer Rebellion. This QR code will take your telephone, your cell phone, to a recording of his actual oral history.
This is something that took place a long time ago, and it's followed me. I can't get away from it.
But the wall looks like the one you scaled.
Yes, that's a very good representation of it. Of course, as you see that fellow standing on top there, well, now that would have been impossible. That thing is, those stones are rounded on top and narrow, and nobody could stand up there unless he was an acrobat.
What did you think at the time you were scaling it? Were you sure you would make it, or did you have doubts about it?
Well, I thought I'd make it all right. I wasn't very much afraid of that because I was a fairly good climber. Mm-hmm. But of course, I never thought about what I was getting into.
I understand that when President Theodore Roosevelt personally presented you with the medal, it was on the parade ground at West Point. Is that correct?
Yes, they turned out the Corps in full dress. I saw someone coming up toward me with the superintendent. And when he got close enough, I saw it was old Teddy Roosevelt himself.
Oh, wow.
And the adjutant handed him the box, the medal rather. He held the box himself, probably. And he took it and started to pin it on my full dress coat here. And he said to me, "Now, young man, don't let this give you the big head."
Wonderful, wonderful.
It was a very special period because it was the 100th anniversary of the Academy.
I see. And you were a cadet at that time?
I was a plebe, still a plebe, early in June, 1901.
And when did you graduate from the Academy?
I graduated in 1905.
I see.